Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The early morning mist clung to the rolling fields of Emmerdale, but inside the village, tension was thicker than the fog outside. Laurel Thomas paced back and forth in her cozy cottage, her mind a whirlwind of confusion and fear. For weeks she had sensed something was off with Ray, the man she had trusted with her heart, but nothing could have prepared her for the truth she was about to uncover. It all began innocently enough. Ray had been acting strangely, disappearing at odd hours, avoiding her calls, and carrying a nervous edge that seemed out of place for the man she thought she knew. Laurel had tried to ignore it, telling herself she was overreacting. After all, Ray had been her rock through some of her darkest times. Could she really doubt him now? But fate has a cruel way of revealing secrets. That afternoon, Laurel received a call from someone she barely recognized, Nicola King. Her voice was sharp, urgent. "Laurel, you need to come to the garage, now." There was no explanation, only a tremor of fear in Nicola's tone. Heart pounding, Laurel grabbed her coat and rushed out, her mind racing with worst-case scenarios. As she arrived, the sight that greeted her made her stomach drop. Ray was there, but not alone. Across the garage, he was laughing, holding hands with another woman, a stranger to Laurel, yet unmistakably intimate with him. The warmth, the closeness, everything she had believed about their love crumbled in an instant. Laurel's eyes welled with tears as shock froze her in place. The man she had confided in, the one she had imagined a future with, had been living a lie. Ray's gaze finally met hers, and for a moment there was no denial in his eyes, only shame. "Laurel, he started, but the words died on his lips. The betrayal cut deeper than Laurel could have imagined. Questions swirled in her head. How long had this been going on? Had their shared moments, the late-night talks, the promises, they all been lies? She had opened her heart to him completely, only to be blindsided by the very person she trusted most. Nicola stepped closer, placing a tentative hand on Laurel's shoulder. "I'm so sorry, Laurel. I didn't know how else to tell you," she murmured. But Laurel barely heard her. All she could feel was the raw sting of betrayal and the ache of heartbreak gnawing at her chest. Ray tried to explain, his voice pleading, desperate. "It didn't mean anything, Laurel. But every word was a knife twisting further into her pain. The excuses, the half-truths, the lies, it all blurred into a bitter haze. Laurel knew she deserved honesty, loyalty, love, not secrets and deception. With a trembling hand, Laurel turned away, tears streaming freely down her cheeks. The village she had called home suddenly felt alien, every familiar street a reminder of the trust that had been shattered. For a brief, quiet moment, she felt utterly alone. But beneath the heartbreak, a spark of strength began to flicker. Laurel wiped her tears, took a deep, steadying breath, and squared her shoulders. She would not let Ray's betrayal define her. She would rise above the hurt, find her own way, and reclaim the life she deserved. As she walked away from the garage, leaving Ray and his secrets behind, the mist over Emmerdale seemed to lift ever so slightly. A chapter had ended, painful as it was, but Laurel knew this was only the beginning of her journey to heal, to grow, and to discover a love that would never betray her again. The village would talk, the whispers would spread, but Laurel's heart, though wounded, would survive. And in Emmerdale, sometimes surviving heartbreak was the first step to finding true happiness.